Yo, it's Classic with Classic Code Sports, and let's talk about Xander versus Boots, man. Make sure that you guys hit the like and subscribe button and also hit the share button on this video to get the algorithm pumping for Classic Codes Sports, man. But listen, Xander versus Boots, in my opinion, it comes down to a battle of strategy versus instincts. I've listened to both men speak, I've watched both men fight, and I've followed both men's careers, chat. And let me tell you something, it comes down to strategy versus instinct. Xander has good fundamentals. He works behind his fundamentals, and he's the type of fighter who has a great trainer, by the way, that game plans for that fight. He will be coming into this fight specifically prepared for Jaron Boots Ennis. He will have a tailored game plan of A, B, and C probably to go to specifically for what Jaron Boots Ennis has not only shown in recent fights, but has shown throughout his career. The switching, the type of shots he wants to try to land, what will be available when he does certain maneuvers and tactics, a strategy on how he wants to manage ring generalship. Does he want to step towards Boots in moments, give ground in moments, and force Boots to go first? Does he want to bully Boots? Does he want to continuously, meticulously switch things up like how Sean Porter did against an Errol Spence Jr., consistently keeping him off guards? Whatever the game plan is, we know that Xander will for sure have one. Xander Zayas will absolutely be coming into this fight prepped and ready from rounds 1 through 12 of exactly what it is that he would like to accomplish. And if he doesn't accomplish it, he'll be listening attentively in the corner for what he needs to shift to. And then Xander will go out and attempt to do those things without any hesitation. He is a thoroughbred in the way of being trained to go. Xander, I need you to do this, this, and this, implement this more, do less of this. Okay, yes, sir. And he'll go out and implement those strategies in a way that shows the judges that he's trying to win the fight. There's this thing called survival mode, right? When guys get too uncomfortable, they decide, you know what? Tonight, I'm gonna get through this one. Maybe I win, maybe I lose, but I'm gonna get through this one. I don't believe either one of these men are going to go into survival mode, which is why I haven't completely taken a knockout off of the table. I'll be giving my final pick after the weigh-ins on tomorrow, and I'll be watching the final press conferences today. This is actually being recorded prior to me seeing the final press conference. But yeah, on Boots' side, it's instincts. I've listened to Boots. I've listened to Bozy talk about how they ran their camp, how they run their camp, how they spar all different types of guys and just get ready essentially for whatever a guy could do in general type shit. Well, that doesn't sound extremely specific to Xander Zayas. And maybe it's because it isn't, right? I sharpen the knife to cut whatever it comes in contact with. I heard a different I forget which content creator it was, but I heard somebody in boxing say, what was the phrase he said? It's some fighters, this is what he said. He said it was Greg Hackett. He said some fighters game plan for a specific fight and a specific fighter, and some fighters just get ready. And he said that Boots Ennis is the type of fighter that just has to just get ready. He just got to get ready. Well, there's a lot of people on the East Coast, Philly, New York, whatever, predicting an early stoppage of Xander Zayas by Boots. They're predicting an early stoppage. I don't see an early stoppage against the level of strategy that Xander will come into the ring with. Instincts, I don't think allows him to land that shot that early in the fight. And also durability, which I covered in the last video about the fight, comes into play as well. Okay, you see something, you line up a good shot, you land it, and then Xander just keeps fighting. Maybe he doesn't like it. It's not going to deter him from continuing to fight, continuing to try to win, right? So I think that this fight will boil down to a battle of strategy versus instincts. Boots is very instinctual, right? He was asked, see, I listen when people talk. He was asked about what makes him wants to switch in a fight, or what determines whether or not he switches stances in a fight. And he's like, half the time he don't even realize he's doing it. It's just natural. He just do it. Well, that lets me know that he's an instinctual guy, right? Everything's not necessarily super calculated. It's more so of, I've been in the gym, I'm a gym rat, and I feel everything. I feel there's a harmony. I get into this rhythm, and then, and I don't even know I'm doing it sometimes type shit, which is good. Some people say that's flow state. But does that beat proper strategy? Someone who's locked in on a specific mission based on the things that you come to the table with, and he's just focused on completing that mission, whether it be to, work behind this jab and, when you switch to this stance, throw this shot to set up this, to set up that, and then exit this way, right? This guy has a specific X and O game plan for you, and you're going in there filling things out. I don't think that's conducive to an early knockout for either man. If there will be a stoppage in this fight, it'll be after 6, in my opinion. But I don't even think there's going to be a stoppage. I do think the fight is going 12. I haven't made my pick, but I will. But I do think the fight is going 12. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's boxing. But yeah, man, strategy versus instinct. What do y'all think? It's not that I'm saying that Boots doesn't have an IQ. It's not that I'm saying Boots isn't a thinking fighter. I just think that I haven't heard or seen anything that indicates to me that Bozy and Boots come into these fights with a real exact strategy. I haven't heard or seen anything that makes me believe that. And maybe they don't need to, right? Like, maybe instincts has worked for 35 fights. So we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, man, on the when y'all catch this video, jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this strategy versus instincts. And who do y'all have winning the fight, man? Who do y'all have winning this one? Do y'all got Xander pulling it off, or do y'all have Boots? And do y'all see this as a 50-50 fight? Talk to me in the comments. I'll get back to y'all as quickly as I can. If y'all don't do nothing else for me, make sure y'all stick to the codes. Yeah.
Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time? For real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. Oh no. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't afford it. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gon' be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Whoa. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before I ever was balling. Started with hope before ever reward. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing, man? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing?